Hey, how's it going, everyone? All right, so um, it's been a while since I did anything since the 4th of July. Did the Captain America: Rise of the Red Skull campaign. Um, this is a campaign I've actually have not done, and I've had the cards for over a year and a half now. So, yeah, I'm gonna do the campaign run first time of the Mad Titan Shadow. I put a vote up on my YouTube page or channel, I should say, um, to decide what hero to play. I wanted to play someone I haven't played, so luckily, you know, technically I have played Adam Warlock once. I did a test on I did a test on a deck build for someone. But I wanted to try. I had Spectrum and Adam Warlock as the choices to vote for. Spectrum was gonna win, and then Adam Warlock blew her out of the water. So I'm playing as Adam Warlock, and I wanted to try to build a deck. Kind of with just my own mindset. So I actually heavily inspired a lot of the cards in this deck from basically the Infinity Gauntlet comic. So some of the stuff might not make any sense, but I don't know. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to do something like that. So to go over what I put in the build. So with Adam Warlock's ability of the Avatar of Life, during the deck building, your deck must include an equal number of cards from all four aspects. You cannot include more than one copy of any non-Adam Warlock card. So I got kind of confused with that because it said from all four aspects. Well, I guess I misread it. So with the four aspects, they all have to, with all four aspects, they have to have a equal number to each other. But no matter what card you have in here, you can only have one copy of. So I just went 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. See if that works. But for the protection aspect, I put in one copy of, well, there's only one copy, but I put in the Night Nurse. I put in I included basically all the spell cards for the Mystics because it makes sense. He's a Mystic. Why not use magic? So, Night Nurse, Shield Spell, Armored Vest, because, he already has a 2 defense, so we'll give him a 3 defense. I put in the Astonishing X-Men. The reason why I did that is because the Astonishing X-Men isn't it's not traded. I don't have to be an X-Men to play this card. You only get a kicker with it if, an X-Men character defends against an enemy attack and takes no damage, and then you can remove threat for defending, which is nice. But when this is actually defeated, I can stun and confuse each enemy in play, and I think that's a pretty good payoff. Because from what I've gone through on Warlock's kit, he doesn't have anything that can stun or confuse. So I figured this would be a nice little sneaky thing to put in. I didn't put a lot of player side schemes in here. I just put that one in. I included the one copy of Energy Shield, and it's just a great card. I mean, it's 0 to put on, and you can spend a energy resource to prevent X damage. So I can slap this on to one of my allies that I want to keep in, and I have a lot of energy in this deck, so it'll pay for itself, to keep them alive a little bit longer. I put in one protective training. This is going to be attached to an X-Men character. I do have some X-Men in this deck, so they get +3 hit points. Is nice. And then I put one copy of Stun Gun. And again, the reason why I put this card in here is because Adam Warlock's kit doesn't have a lot of stun or doesn't have any stun or confuse in it. So I figure with something like this, I can save it for, if I want to if I need to get the stun in on a villain, or if I start getting swarmed with a lot of minions, put a little control on the table. So that's where my mind was going when I slipped that in there. So that's for the protection aspect of the part of the deck. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And yes, it's a 7-card deck, or 7-card deck. It's a 50-card deck, so 7, 7, 7. So for the leadership aspect, we'll lead it off with, I put in the one copy, well, the only copy of Summoning Spell. Again, Adam Warlock's a Mystic. You should probably have all these cards. Well, he should have all these cards. He's a Mystic. And he plays out of all the aspects. So, discard cards from your top of the deck until you discard an ally, put that ally into play. This is nice because, say you had actually put allies in your deck where they were traded and you couldn't get them out unless your identity was something, this bypasses it. I didn't put anything in there that did do that, but just saying, for example, if you ever did do something like that, it's nice. And you're basically putting you're paying 2 costs to get an ally in. And what if you got like a super expensive ally? Just got them in for free. And also too, with Adam Warlock, you do kind of want to go through your deck at least once, so that way you have a counter on on the Soul World. So then that way, oh god, because ideally you want to have this out, and you want to at least get one charge on there. So that way, if you ever do need to flip down, you can just heal yourself up to full without having to exhaust, which is amazing. And then I put make the call, because with all the milling that's going to happen with him, maybe you discard an ally that you needed, but then you'll be able to get it back with this. And we got Clarity Purpose, because it's a great resource generator. You could also synergize this with the Energy Shield, because you're going to need an energy resource. You could ideally just smack yourself, generate energy resource, and pay that, because the Energy Shield, it doesn't say it's got to be printed. We will put a copy of Triskelion in there, so that way we can increase the limit on our table for our allies. I put in a copy of Iron Man, and again, Iron Man's he's a lot cheaper, or He's got the if you were putting like the upgrades on him, they're gonna cost less. But I didn't really put a lot of upgrades in there. Like I said, I chose him to be in the deck because he fights in the Infinity Gauntlet, so that's the reason why he's in there. Captain America, because he was also in there, and he's very expensive. But if I was to hit him with the summoning, if I get him in with a summoning spell, he's actually at 2 costs to get in. And also too, if I get him out there, it'll reduce the cost because Iron Man's an Avenger. And then we got Cyclops in there. He was part of the fight. He didn't last long, but this alternate universe, so he gets a second chance. And all in all, what a great card. Put him down, increase any damage the enemy takes by 1. Alright, so for the Justice aspect, Spider-Man, he's in there because he's Spider-Man. Very expensive, but if I get him out, he can remove 3 threat off the scheme, which is great. So that's a total of like 5 threat off of like 1 turn. So, yeah. Quasar is in it. Basically the Squirrel Girl for schemes. So after he enters play, you remove 1 threat from each scheme in play. He'll be pretty clutch, especially if we start getting run up on the side schemes. One way or another, this is just all in all a great card for solo players specifically, also because, I mean, it costs 0. Yeah, you gotta reveal a side scheme, but you get to draw 3 cards, and getting 3 cards, just like right off the rip, is all in all great. So I figured that would be a nice card to include. Obviously, again, Mystic spell card, Stone of Silence. It's a hero action. It's a thwart. You choose a scheme and discard up to 4 cards from the deck, and then remove 1 threat from the scheme for each card discarded this way. So it's no-brainer, I guess. And we include also the upgrade Heroic Intuition because increase our thwart by 1. That's always nice since he's only got 1 anyways, so might as well. And then another solid Justice card under Surveillance. This will be nice to put on just to increase the value of this main scheme by 4. And Skilled Investigator. 0 cost upgrade. Basically, it's after a side scheme's defeated, exhaust Skilled Investigator, draw 1 card. So it says after a side scheme, so it doesn't even say you. So that means I could use an ally to defeat 1 and still get to be able to exhaust this to get the 1 card draw. And that would be for the Justice part of it. So over here. Alright, and then for the aggression, put in the combat training. Pretty much no-brainer. Increase my attack to 2 if I need to attack. We're going to use, again, another spell card, the aggression version, magic attack. Basically, like its other cards, except for this one. Choose an enemy, discard up to 5 cards, on top of your deck, deal 1 damage for every card that was discarded that way. We're going to put Wolverine in, because he was there. And he's just great. So he's basically the target for that protective training card, so I can increase his health by 3 So he could have 7 health, and he'll have 3 attack, and then he heals 1 damage every time my turn begins. And we got Thor in there. Clears up minions for us. And again, I have a lot of energy in this deck, so this is going to synergize pretty nicely, I think. Gotta have Hulk. But I'm sure he'll just damage everybody and leave. I threw in a copy of Lion Weight. And reason being is I think this would go great for if I get into a situation where I pull in a minion, or a minion comes in and we can get 3 damage off of it. And that's why I also included spawning for a fight. So maybe if I already used my cape for the ready up and I have this, I can just pull a minion in and then ready up my character, and then this can go off and do 3 damage, and then we just get rid of the minion. But we'll see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 there. And then just for the basics, Sorcerer Supreme. Yes, gotta put that in there. Get 6 hand size. Basically included Mystic cards, Spiritual Meditation. Draw 2 cards, choose 1, discard 1 from your hand. Basic spell. This is pretty a solid card. 2 costs, and I get to either choose to heal 3 damage off my identity, remove 3 throw from scheme, or deal 3 damage to an enemy. And then we have our resources. And then a copy of Death Focus, just not a resource generator. His event cards for his attack and thwarting are super power traded, so I figured why not. So all together, that's the deck. 50 cards. So we'll see if that's gonna not help. It's okay. It's okay to play with 50 cards. But yeah, so that's the deck, and let's get this campaign going. So we got the Mad Titan. I don't know why I keep trying to say Mad Shadow Titans, but the Mad Titan Shadow campaign. Alright, so campaign mode rules. We're gonna do standard 3. So got the old Thanos sitting on the throne, and let's see here. Okay, so that's the one I need. All right, so the first scenario is we're going to be fighting Ebony Maw. So the Mad Titan Thanos is on a quest to collect all 6 Infinity Stones and join them together in the Infinity Gauntlet. If he succeeds, Thanos will have the power to control the universe, or destroy it. His fanatical followers, the Black Order, have pledged their lives to the Titan's cause, and they scour the universe for the only 2 stones that their master still needs to complete the gauntlet. Power Stone and the Reality Stone. One of those followers, Ebony Maw, has discovered that the Power Stone is being kept in a secure vault on Nowhere. Now that the Black Order's sorcerer is leading an army of Thanos in a direct assault on the space station, Cosmo and the rest of the Nowhere Corps are doing what they can to defend the station. But they won't last long against Maw without your help. Alright, so we have Ebony Maw 1 and 2. 13 health. So the main scheme deck is Attack on Nowhere and the Power Stone. So so this is my application. This is the standard set. So the encounter deck is Ebony Maw, Black Order, Armies of the Titans. So we need the Power Stone. Power Stone's the name. Oh, I thought I actually needed the Power Stone. Okay. Alright, so there's the Black Order, and then we just need Armies of Titan. Alright, so there you go. Black Order, Armies of Titan, Obligation. There's that. Don't need him. And there's our deck. Alright. And then Spell Environment. Ebony Maw is a servant of Thanos and a powerful sorcerer to represent his deadly magic in the game. Ebony Maw's set contains 8 Spell Environment cards. When a player reveals a Spell Environment, they place that card in front of them in their play area. Each of these Spell Environments enters play with a specified number of invocation counters. When Ebony Maw activates against a player, his ability text triggers. Force Interrupt. When Ebony Maw activates against you, remove an invocation counter from each spell in your play area because this is an interrupt ability. It resolves immediately when Ebony Maw activates, and before that activation is resolved. For example, Ebony Maw activates against Spider-Man, who has 2 spell environments in play. Okay, that makes sense. So for setup, each player records the identity in their campaign. I'm Adam Warlock. Players cannot switch identities during campaign, of course. Put the secure landing pad side scheme into play. I got that right here. And then shuffle the security breach side scheme into the encounter. Okay, so that's it as far as setup goes for that. All right, let's take a look here. So I got Hinder 1 on it. Also Hinder. Yeah, so I have 3 on it. It's... These all shuffled up real quick. Alright, I think that's all set. Alright, so let's reveal the main scheme. Attack on Aware. There's nothing to reveal on that. We shuffled everything in. That's good. So it starts with 1 threat per player. Threshold 6. When revealed, each player discards cards on the top of the encounter deck until a spell environment is discarded and put into play in their play area. And then shuffle the encounter and discard pile back in. Okay, so it's kind of like when you're playing against absorbing them. Alright, so start the 1 threat on there. And then we will discard until we get an environment. Hey, and there we go. We got one. I mean, there's no discard pile, so I guess I don't have to shuffle. So the Surge doesn't hit because it wasn't revealed. It was put into play. But this will enter play with 2 invocation counters. So we'll just put that there. So I think it specifically said it goes into my play area. But so force response. Let's check it out here. So force response after the last invocation counter is removed from the manipulation. Discard it, then discard 1 card at random from your hand, and then you're confused. That doesn't sound great. Alright, so, alright, I think that's it for revealing everything. So we drop our hand size now. So we're going to drop to hand size 6. So going to get a summoning spell, Cyclops, Iron Man. Yeah. Did I shuffle this? Okay, I did. It's got a pocket full of blues there. Let's see here. So I don't really need. It's not real. The only thing that we got a high threat on is that it's secure landing pad. So I mean, I think it would mulligan these 3. Use a Cosmic Awareness, pay that, and then put in Summoning Spell and get an ally out. And then I have the Triskelion down. So I think that's the route I'm going to go with. So because I don't need Cyclops yet. So mulligan 3, and then we'll get into the pocket of Justice. There's an aggression card right there. That's solid to get. That's cool to get. I'm not going to be able to play everything, unfortunately. Alright, so let's go. I want to do something. I want to get an ally out. I want to get this down too, so I can benefit from that secure landing pad. So I think automatically I'm definitely going to play Skill Investigator. So we're going to play that. Then Spoiling for a fight. We use with Cosmic Awareness. Play Summoning Spell. So we're going to discard cards from the top of our deck until we discard an ally and then put that ally into play. How cool would it be if... Oh, alright. We get a Hulk. Alright, so Hulk's in play. The one that can't thwart. Alright, we'll flip the hero, and we'll thwart one off of... We'll thwart one off of the secure landing pad. Put that to 2. And then we will use our Battle Mage and discard... We'll discard Under Surveillance, because it's a Justice aspect, and then remove 2 threat from Scheme. Remove it off of this. And then when this is defeated, we flip the card over. And we get Cosmo. Nice. So first player gains control of Cosmo. Cosmo does not count towards the ally limit. When Cosmo leaves play, removed from the game. So we only get to have him for limited time. Alright, and... Oh, since we also defeated that side scheme, we get to use Skilled Investigator to draw 1 card into the Astonishing X-Men. I'll go ahead and use the Skillion and get that out into play. And I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and have Hulk attack Ebony Maw for 3 damage, and then we'll respond to Hulk's ability to discard the card. But before I discard that, I have to run to the restroom real quick, so I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Alright, so we have to discard a card, top card of our deck, and it is... Okay, so Hulk's gone. Nice. Because we get a mental resource, we just discard him. Oh. Terrible. Alright, and that will conclude player turn. So we'll go ahead and do is ready up. Exhaust everything, and then we will drop to 5 cards. We're going to draw into the Cosmic Ward, Genius, Clarity of Purpose, one way or another, and Bizarre. On to the villain. Alright, so the first thing we'll do is we will put 1 threat onto the main scheme. So that'll go up to 2, and then Ebony Maw is going to activate against us. And we will be attacking us with a base of 1, so we'll go ahead and we'll take that, I guess. So he's going to be attacking us for 1, and then boost card is 2. So that's going to be a total of 3 damage that we'll take. So that'll drop us down to 8. And then because he activated, we are going to remove 1 invocation counter from manipulation. And then we're going to then get our encounter card, which will be a Black Dwarf. So Black Dwarf comes into play. And he has Overkill. He has 6 health and 3 attack and 1 speed. We'll go over, that'll be the end of the villain turn, and we now switch things over to hero. So, looking at our hand, we have the Cosmic Ward, which is good for canceling treachery cards, canceling its when revealed. We have Genius, we have Clarity of Purpose, one way or another. So I think I want to put in, I think I'm going to play one way or another and get the 3 card draw. And then I can definitely get Quasar out, so he'll be able to remove 1 threat off of each of the schemes. And then Clarity of Purpose is pretty good too. Let's see what we get with the one way or another. So I'm going to play the one way or another first. So we're going to play this first. So we search the encounter deck for a side scheme, and then we're going to reveal that side scheme. So we have Reactor Overload. When revealed, each player must take either 2 damage or place 2 threat here. And it has a Crisis icon. This one has Hinder 2, Victory 2. When revealed, oh, that's the Security Breach. I feel like we want to get that defeated. I think we go with this one. So it's going to come in with 2 threat. And then when revealed, each player places 1 random card from their hand face down. Okay. Yeah, we'll choose this one. So we're going to choose that. Shuffle up the encounter deck. So then, before I drop my 3, we have to finish revealing this first. So this comes in with 4. altogether, 2 threat, and then hinder 2. And then we have to place a random card down in our hand. Let's go with this one. So Cosmic Ward is going face down over there. Alright, and then we finish the rest of the... So we did all that, searched it, we revealed it, and then we did draw 3 cards. And we're going to draw into Spider-Man. Oh. Oh. Okay, and my cape. That's great. That's not bad at all. I mean, get Spider-Man out, he can just basically clear that off. Probably just use him as the resource, get a clarity of purpose out, so we just have the resource generator on there. Definitely want the cape. Let's see how we're going to do this. Alright. I think I'm going to play... I think I'm going to play Quasar as a resource, put in Clarity of Purpose. Clarity of Purpose, Genius, Strength, that's 4 resources. We're going to bring out Spider-Man, Peter Parker. And after you play Spider-Man from your hand, remove 3 threat from a side scheme. We'll go ahead and remove... we'll move 3 off of the Astonishing X-Men. So we can start working on that, I guess. And then with that, we'll go ahead and have... We'll have Cosmo thwart 2 off of that. And then we'll have Spider-Man thwart the other 2 off of that. So that's going to do 1 constant punch of damage. Cosmo. And 1 to Spider-Man. So Security Breach is now defeated. And return each face down card here to their owner's hand. So this comes back to our hand. And then this gets a victory. So this is no longer in the game. But since I defeated the side scheme, I can use the Skill Investigator to draw another card into a Karmic Blast. So now I want to play the cape. I want to get the cape out. I want to get a Cosmic Board down too. I think I'm just going to have to hold the cape this turn. Hold the cape, use Karmic Blast, and then we'll put a Cosmic Ward into play. I think that's fair. And then we'll have Adam Warlock put 1 damage onto the Black Dwarf. And then we'll ready up. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and draw our next. We're gonna hold on to our cape, and then we're gonna draw into Karmic Blast. Ah, there you go. There's Soul World. Combat Training. And then another Cosmic Ward. Okay. Villain's turn. I'm thirsty. Okay. So, alright, so we are going to put one threat onto the main. That will go up to 3. And then Ebony Maw is going to activate, so he will attack. So we'll grab our boost card. We will go ahead and defend. No, I think we take it. We're at what, 8, 9. We'll take the attack. So he's going to attack for a base of 1, and then he's going to hit us for another 3. That drops us down to 5. And then he is going to now activate his ability, where after he activates against you, remove 1 invocation counter from your spell card into the play area. So that will be removed. And then manipulation, after the last invocation counter is removed from manipulation, discard 1 card at random from your hand, and then you're confused. So I guess I won't be doing any thwarting anytime soon. And then we will choose which card is going to be randomly gone. Let's choose that one. That sucks. That's my cape. The card I held on to. Well, that's nice. Alright. So now the Black Dwarf is going to attack me for 3. I think I will... do something. Gonna have it defend. We'll defend for 2, and then we'll take 1 damage, so that'll drop us down. Alright, and then get our encounter card. And that is Restrained. Alright, so Restrained attached to the friendly character with the highest attack. So at this point it's a 2, so it's tied between Spider-Man and Cosmo. Attached character cannot ready. Ideally, I think I would put that on Cosmo. So we'll put the restraint on Cosmo. And we have to spend a energy and a physical resource to discard the card. Alright, so we're now on heal turn. So what do we got? We have combat training. We have a soul world. We have a cosmic ward. I gotta get rid of Black Dwarf. And I need to heal, which I can't do because I'm exhausted and my cape is gone. He's got 1 damage. He hits him for 2. Or I have Spider-Man thwart the Astonishing X-Men scheme, and then I can stun and confuse Abnemo and the Black Dwarf. I can draw another card with Skill Investigator, and then I can flip down, and then recover one. Alright, so we'll have Spider-Man thwart 2 off of Astonishing X-Men, and this will defeat it. So I get to stun and confuse each enemy in play. So Dwarf is stunned, Ebony is stunned, and confused. I don't even have to flip down now. Skill Investigator activates because I defeated a side scheme. I get to draw one card into Cosmic Awareness. Doesn't really help me. We'll use Cosmic Awareness to put in Soul World. And let's use Karmic Blast to put in another Cosmic Ward. And then we will scrap our combat training, use Battle Mage, deal 2 damage to an enemy. We'll throw 2 onto him to get him down to at least close to almost being dead. Cosmo can't do anything. And we can stay up another turn. So, do that. Alright, so everything was readied up. And we'll drop to a hand size of 5. So we got the Sorcerer Supreme. We have Wolverine. Detective Training, that's great to get that. Night Nurse. Make the call. Curious. One threat goes on to the main. This goes up to 4. Abnemo would activate, but he's stunned, so he won't be activating. Black Dwarf will not be activating because he's also stunned. That will put them to the encounter card. And Sinister Strike. When revealed, place 1 pursuit counter on pursuit by the past. Then, if it has any counters on it, place the. Then, if it has any counters on it, villain attacks you. Wouldn't you know, it does. So, Abnemo is going to activate. Probably should block. Probably should defend. I think I got no choice but defend. He's only attacking me for 1. But if he gets a 3 boost, I die. So yeah, I'm just going to defend. So, attacks for 1, and then gets another 1. So, I lose 1. So that puts me to 3. Okay, so that will conclude the villain's turn. So now I gotta flip down, and I'm not even gonna be able to heal all that turn. Let's do 2. And then we'll put in Sorcerer Supreme. We will... We're going to Battle Mage to heal 2 damage. No, heal 1 damage off from an ally. We're going to hold on to make the call. We're going to thwart 2 off of main. And then we're going to flip down to Alter Ego. And then yeah, we're just going to ready it. So we're going to drop to our hand size of 6. So hold on to make the call. We're going to draw into Mystic Senses, Stun Gun, Death Focus, got our Staff, and Quantum Magic. Alright, so to the villain. So we are going to put 1 threat on. And Ebony Maw won't activate because he's confused. And then we're going to have Black Dwarf not do anything because he's confused. And we'll get an encounter card. Evil Alliance. So each Nemesis minion in play activates against you if no minions activated this way. Place 3 pursuit counters and pursue at best. Alright, so that's 1, 2, that goes to 4. So with the Pursue by the Past, after you place a Pursue counter here, if the number of counters here is at least 3 more than the number of players, remove each counter here. Then if your Nemesis minion is in play, activates against you, otherwise flip this card over. So when you're playing a solo game, that's 4. So this will flip over to the other side. After you flip to this side, find your Nemesis minion and reveal it. Search the set-aside area for your Nemesis side scheme and reveal it. Then shuffle your remaining set-aside Nemesis into the encounter deck and then flip this card up. So these counters will go set. And then We will get the Magus, and we will get Side Scheme, and we'll get these shuffled into the encounter deck. So, good thing we went to Alter Ego, because the Magus, he comes in with Toughness and Quick Strike. Force response: after the Magus activates against you, discard the top 5 cards in your deck. Quick Strike doesn't hit me when I'm in Alter Ego. Okay. And that's... Oh, I should read this. This comes in with 2 threats. After a player resets their deck, exhausts that player's identity and stun, and has acceleration. Alright. Okay, and that ends the villain's turn. And we're on player turn. So, that's a lot of stuff that happened. Alright, so we need to recover. So that's gonna happen. So we're gonna heal for 3. That'll put us to 6. We'll flip to a hero. Um, need this. And okay. Didn't want to throw this away because I feel like I have no choice. Um, I'm gonna regret that. Wait. You know what? We're gonna do Clarity of Purpose, deal 1 damage to ourselves, play Quantum Magic, and then choose a card in your discard pile, add that card to your hand. I'm gonna grab strength. And then we're gonna have Spider-Man thwart 2 off of the side scheme. So that's good. So that's gone, and then we can activate Skilled Investigator to draw a card. And we draw into it Lying Wait. Spider-Man takes a consequential, so that takes him to 3. We will then use Lying Wait as a resource to put in a Deaf Focus. Then we're going to use the Strength to yeah, you know what? We're gonna play Make the Call, and then we're gonna go 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna grab Wolverine. Holding on to Stun Gun. Yeah, let's just do that. Alright, so Wolverine will take out the Black Dwarf. And then that's going to do 2 damage to him. And then, you know what? I'm just going to use Stun Gun as a Battle Mage. Yeah, Battle Mage. And I'm going to heal 1 off of Wolverine. No, let's heal 1 off of Spider-Man. Alright, and we're ready. Alright, and we'll drop to our hand size of 6. So you're on to Thor. Oh, that's great, actually. Shield. Another shield. Shield spell. Heroic Intuition. Zone Silence. And Pip, the Troll. Okay. Going down to the villain's turn. Alright, so the villain's turn. 1 threat goes on. This goes to 4. Ebony Maw is going to activate. He's going to attack. I have 5. I will... I mean, either way, I guess I'm taking 2 damage, right? So, whatever. He's going to attack me for 1, and then with the boost, 2. So I just got hit for 3. So that drags me down to 2 damage. Magnus attacks. I will defend, so I'll block that. Force response. After Magnus activates against you, discard the top 5 cards of your deck. So discarding energy, mystic senses, quantum magic, spiritual meditation, and magic attack. Alright, so it looks like we got 2 cards before we get our reset, which is good because then we'll get a charge on Soul World. Right, so now we are going to go back to now we get a counter, which is going to be Fireball. So this gains Surge. So this comes into play with 4 invocation counters. And after the last one's removed, it's going to do 4 damage to my identity. And this will surge into Rebel Storm, which also gains Surge. This comes into play with 3 counters. And after the last one's remove it off of this, deal 2 damage to each character I control. And this will be an Outrider. When revealed, discard 1 card at random from your hand. Alright, so shuffle it on up. Shield spell. Actually, I could have played that. I should have played this. Ugh. Alright. And that is it. Alright, so is start of my turn. Wolverine heals 1 damage. And we got 3 turns before we're going to have a whole bunch of stuff happen. So, we're come up with some ideas. Do I need to get rid of this energy and physical? Let's do Clarity of Purpose, deal 1 damage to myself to generate a physical, and I'll throw Heroic Intuition away so I can discard Restrained. Now Cosmo can do stuff again. We're going to have Wolverine attack the Magus. So he has piercing, so that ignores the toughness, and we'll do 3 damage outright. means he goes to 3 damage. Actually, I think we put energy shield on Cosmo, I think. Cosmo attacks Magus for 2. So that's going to defeat him. And then Cosmo won't take consequential damage because we're going to use Thor as the energy resource and prevent the consequential damage, so he'll stay at 1. And then we're going to have Spider-Man thwart 2. Actually, no, just I can use Pip, use Zone Silence, and then choose to discard up to 4 cards, which I think I only have 2 in there. Nah, I'll probably just move 2. Yeah. Zone Silence. And 1, 2. Clear that. He should be at 3. So I deck out. I get an encounter card. For doing that. And then after your deck runs out, place 1 soul charge here. We'll go ahead and and then we're going to flip down. And then we're going to alter ego action. And we're going to exhaust Soul World, remove 1 soul counter here. And then we're going to heal ourselves back to full health. That's so solid. And then we're going to ready up. And we're going to drop to 6. And we got our cape back. Nice. Okay. Villain's turn. So 1 threat goes on to the main. Ebony Maw is going to scheme for 2, 3, 4. So that's going to go up to 5. And we just lost the main. So, and then Outrider schemes. Alright, Ebony Maw activated. So this gets removed. This goes to 2. Right? So there's 4 on? No, there should have been 4 on here. So actually, yeah, this goes to 3. So this should be a 3. This came in with 3 also. No, this came in with 4. So this goes to 3. This came in with 3, so this should be a 2. Yeah. Okay. And just what it to? No, because he had those last turn, right? So this should be at 1. This should be at 2. I can't remember. And then he schemes for 1. This goes to 6. So attack on nowhere has been defeated. Or it's progressed. So now we are going on to the Power Stone. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck, and then each player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until a spell environment is discarded and put into play in the play area. Doesn't say to reshuffle it either, so. Threshold is 9. This goes to 1. So this gets shuffled back in. Oh, wait, no. Do I shuffle it first, then discard? Yeah, then discard. So discarding, so we get a environment, manipulation. There it is. Comes in with 2. Alright. And then get dealt our encounter cards. First one is a fireball. It's also gains surge. And this one is Black Order Infantry as guard. And then this one, Pacification, Surge. And Channeling Trance, when revealed, remove 1 invocation counter. So I can stop that with my Cosmic Ward. When you reveal a treachery card, cancel its when revealed effects, and then discard it, then discard Cosmic Ward. Nice. And we did not want that to activate. Alright. Right. Alright, well, there's a lot of madness out here. Okay, so my turn to see if I can survive ish. So Well, Wolverine heals 1. Spider-Man's almost on his way out. We have a cape. Don't. I'm going to throw that away to discard a card from your hand and remove a status card off of Warlock. Fusion. Alright, so we're going to play Spiritual Meditation. Draw 2 cards, choose and discard 1 card from your hand. So that's good. These are both pretty good. So we need to definitely get our cape out. That's not too bad. We're gonna flip to hero. We're gonna another ally doesn't hurt. I can play 3. So we get 2 damage to each character. So we're gonna get 2 damage on each character I control. So I might as well. Alright, we're gonna have Cosmo attack, Outrider. We're gonna throw away under surveillance because it's an energy resource to prevent the consequential damage. We're gonna have we're gonna pay 2 to get our cape out. And then we're going to I don't want to lose Wolverine or Cosmo. If I get an energy resource, I'll be able to clarity of purpose, move, do 1 damage. We're gonna put protective training on Wolverine. So now he has 7 health. And we'll do 1 damage on him. And then we'll have Wolverine hit him for 3. Take him out. When he's defeated, give the villain a tough status. And he takes 2 damage. And ready up. Drop to 6. Oh, nice. Shield spell. Alright. So we got 2 going on here. Ebony Maw is going to attack. I am going to let that go through. So he's attacking for 1, 2. So that's going to be 2 damage. Yeah, that's fine. I'll drop me down to 8. And then he activated, so now the counters are going to come in. So move 1 off of here. That goes to 2. This goes to 1. This goes to 1. This goes to 3. Then Rubble Storm is going to go off. So after the last, so if you're discarded, deal 2 damage to each character you control. 2 damage goes on to Adam Warlock, drops him down to 6. 2 damage is going to get put onto Cosmo, but I'm going to use the energy shield, and I'm going to scrap the Triskelion, and I'm going to scrap Hulk for 2. Maybe okay. I'm going to scrap both these to prevent the 2 damage on Cosmo. 2 damage gets hit on Spider-Man, so he's gone. Probably should just use them for it. I'm thinking about it. And then 2 damage gets hit onto Wolverine, so he's at 6 out of 7 health. And then we get the encounter card, which is Zealot of Truth. Threat cannot be removed from the Universal Church of Truth side scheme. Alright, so that doesn't really do anything to us because we already defeated that. So we're fine. So we just got a 4 health minion to deal with. Okay. And that is it for villain. So where to begin? Alright, Wolverine heals 1. So I'll put him to 5. Think we really got like 8 damage coming at us with that stuff. One's gonna discard one of my cards, the other one's gonna deal 4 damage to me. Can't damage off him. So let's attack. Do 1 damage. And then we're going to use our Armored Vest to Battle Mage and heal 1 off. Because he's going to put him into the bad zone on that. Oh, wait, no. Because the Fireball is deal for 2. Okay, it's not forced. Alright, so no, that's fine. Yeah, so we're going to do that. We're going to heal 1 off of Wolverine. And then after I use Battle Mage, I can use exhaust Warlock's Cape to ready myself back up. We'll go ahead and then have Wolverine take him out. So then he gets 2 damage added to him, so he's back at 6. And then deal 1 damage. And we'll exhaust the focus to play Karmatic Blast. Or actually, no. First, I would hit him to ping him off the stuff. Then I'm going to play Karmic Blast to deal 4 damage. So that'll drop him down to 6. Then I can discard up to 4 cards from the top of my deck and deal 1 additional damage to the enemy for each different aspect. Let's go. That doesn't count. That's 1. That doesn't count. Well, actually, no, that does count. Oh. Aggression, yeah, okay, so it's gotta be that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so we do 2 additional damage to him. So that takes a benefit. Hold on these 2, and then 3, 4, 6. So goes 3. Pretty well is going to attack. I will defend. So it's attacking me for 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to take 1 damage. Actually, I can't take the damage because I'll die. I'm going to shield spell. And I would take any amount of damage from an attack, discard that many cards to prevent. Discard that many cards from the top of your deck. So he attacked me for 1. So it was 3 altogether. Blocked 2 of it, so it's 1 damage. So I only have to discard 1, and then that's my magic attack figure. And then that'll prevent the damage there. And then we're going to move counter off here. Manipulation. After the last counter is removed, discard this, discard 1 card from random free hand, and you're confused. And we lost the Night Nurse, go figure. Then fireball's removed. So this deals 4 damage to my identity, and that's the reason why I did the shield, because that would have killed me. And then we remove 1 off of this fireball. Alright. Counter card is the Universal Church of Truth. Alright, well. Yeah, I think I'm done here, because I'm not going to be able to heal. Well, the only thing I can do is I have the Battle Mage ready up. Then we have to flip down. Alright, so we're going to use Lightweight, Thor. Oh, Wolverine heals 1. So he goes to 5. We're going to use Thor and Lightweight to play a basic spell. We're going to choose to heal 3 damage on our identity. So that'll put us up to 4. We'll have... Oh, and then we're going to Battle Mage. We're going to use Captain America to discard a leadership card, give hero +1 Thor, +1 attack, +1 defense until the end of round. So, definitely not going to be doing it for that reason. Then we use Arcade to ready back up. We are going to deal 1 damage to ourselves. Oh, no, wrong one. Cosmos going to thwart 2 off of the Universal Church. And then we can skill Investigator to draw 1 card into Summoning Spell. So this is gone. And then we use the Clarity Purpose to generate a wild resource, which we'll use it to be energy to pay for the energy seal, so Cosmo does take the consequential damage. And then we will flip down to Alter Ego, and we are going to recover 3. So that'll put us up to 7. And we're going to hold on to Summoning Spell. And we're going to unexhaust. And we're going to drop to hand size of 6. Here it goes. This goes to 4. He's scheming for 2, 3, 4. This might be the end. This goes to 8. Remove 1 counter off of pacification. I'm stunned. And then after... Oh, I have to also discard an upgrade I control. After last... Oh, exhaust. No, I'm sorry, exhaust each upgrade you control, and then you are stunned. So that's gone, that's gone, that's gone. This doesn't even matter, but for all intents and purposes, those are all exhausted. And then we remove 1 counter off of Fireball. And then we get a counter card. Okay, Blood to Spare. It's Treachery. When revealed, each minion engaged with the player activates against that player. Each player who is not engaged with the minion searches the encounter deck and discard power for a black or minion. No, we're just gonna. I think we're just gonna white board that, or cosmic board that. So we'll play our second cosmic board that we had out, and we're just gonna avoid that. Okay, and we are now on the hero turn. Alright, so what play do we have? Got the summoning spell. Wolverine deals 1. This is gone. Fireball's going to go off. I'm going to have 4 damage going my way. So we're going to go ahead and recover. So 7, 8, 10. That puts us up to 10. I think I am going to choose a card and what we got in here that could help us right now. We gotta thwart. Zone Silence could. Spider go too. I think I would have enough to play him though. Actually, I would. Get him back out. Actually, maybe getting Runner Surveillance would probably be the better option. Alright, I'm going to scrap that card to get rid of my stun. I'm going to flip the hero. Iron Man, play Quantum Magic. Grab a Zone Silence. We'll Cyclops. Actually, no. We'll Karmic Blast to play the Zone Silence. And then we choose the main scheme, and then discard the top 4 cards. Removing 1 threat from the scheme for each card discarded this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4. We'll Cyclops to Battle Mage to give our identity +1, +1, +1. That's ready up. And we can't thwart an attack, so we'll hit him for 2. And then I think we'll hold on to the summoning spell. All right. Let's take it to the main villains phase. So let's go to the 5. Oh, it's going to attack. I'll just defend. I'm going to attack for 1. Put the Seal of Truth in play, engage with me. So I take no damage on that. And then Ebony Maw activated, so we remove this counter off Fireball. And it deals 4 damage to my identity. So that puts me down to 6. And then Zealot's going to hit me for 2, so bring me down to 4. Counter card is Dark Designs. Place 1 pursuit counter, pursuit by past, and I think we lose. Is there any counters on it? Villain schemes. Scheming for 2. Wow. Okay, I lose. And it goes to 10. And that's it. How unfortunate. Fortunately, I probably should have not wasted my ward on those other treacherous. I should have left 1 for something like that. But, yeah. Ebony Maw got the win. Well, on that note, I'm just gonna call that one a game, and I will have to reattempt this scenario next time. But yeah, thanks for anyone who stopped by to check this out, and if you have any feedback, please leave some feedback. It's always appreciated. Have a good night.